This video is meant for adult collectors. Hey guys, I'm Woody. Today, we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends No Way Home Spider-Man 3-pack. Man, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this set. Ever since they announced that we would be getting all three Spider-Men last year, I was hyped for this. And I'm so glad to have this set in my hand because this set is really awesome. Now, I do have one little nitpick, and it really is a nitpick. I wish the Tom Holland suit we got was the final swing version. I just like that suit the best, and I wish we got it with this set. But I understand what they were doing. They were trying to replicate the final battle, so I'll let it slide. Besides, what we got was pretty good. Slightly outdated, but still good. Alright, so I'm going to do this a little differently. First, we're going to start with the accessories. More so because they all have the identical amount of accessories. They each have a fist hand, a thwip hand, and wall crawling hands. But I do like that each of them, their wall crawling hands and their thwip hands, are different sculpts. Like, they didn't have the same position. They all have their own unique positions. So I really do like that detail. And along with the hands, you get 3 web lines. I like that they included these, but I do wish that there was a wire inside of it. It is just flexible plastic, and it's not really good for displaying unless you have it hooked onto something. So that's my nitpick about it. I really wish that there was a way to have it hold its pose. With the accessories aside, now for the articulation. Now here's the thing. Both the Amazing Spider-Man and the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man have the same articulation points. The only one that doesn't is Holland's. He maintains the same articulation points as the original figure. So, starting with Maguire and Garfield Spider-Man, we have a nice dumbbell joint at the head, which gives it plenty of room to look up, bit of room to look down, but he has some good tiltage and it can look side to side all the live long day. The arms can go above 90 on both of them, and you have a very nice butterfly joint. You have a bicep swivel and double arm bend. So that's awesome. And then all the hands are in and out ones with a swivel. You have a ball joint at the diaphragm, so you get some nice posability there. And then you have a bend at the waist, so he can go forward decently and back really well. The legs can kick out to the side pretty well on these guys. I think Andrew's Spidey can go out a bit further than Maguire's. The legs can kick out pretty far, but only a little bit back. Thigh swivel, double bend knee, so they can get some really good crunching there. Forward facing pin for rocking on the feet, so they can go up pretty decently, but back all the way. And you get a nice, smooth ankle pivot. For the Tom Holland one, you pretty much get most of the same articulation with the exception of a few things. The chest does not have that ball jointed diaphragm joint. It's just a crunch, so he can go forward pretty well and back pretty well. And he's got a waist swivel. Posability on all three are really well done. Even Holland's Spider-Man is really well done. I do wish Holland got a brand new sculpt, but I can understand why they went with reusing and then just giving it a better deco. Now, there is something I wish was across the board for all three: toe bend. It's being applied to the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. It was on the new Spider-Man 2 video game, Peter Parker. I do wish that they somehow managed to give us a toe bend, but without it, it's still good, in my opinion. Now, on to reviewing the figures themselves. Starting out, we got the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, aka the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and he is so beautifully done. I mean, they got such good texture for him. They got the raised webbing, smooth in some parts, the basketball-like texture throughout the whole suit. It's spectacular. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's so spectacular how he turned out. I mean, you look at this and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm holding the Maguire Spider-Man in my hand. This is awesome. And I remember having the Spider-Man 2 figures. I don't anymore, but still, it feels like I'm back when that movie came out, playing with the action figures. Just, they're updated. It is so cool. The paint job work on him is just awesome. The silver on the raised webs, the smooth pearlescent paint on the eyes, the glossy spider emblem, both the front and back. It's just awesome. Moving on to the Amazing Spider-Man, I honestly think this one might be my favorite out of the three. Just something about this suit design, it screams out so much. I love the darker metallic colors they gave the suit. It helps him stand out with the other two. The web lines are nice and cleanly painted. The eyes, this screams comic book Spider-Man. And it can honestly take that place on the shelf too. But there is just so much love and care put into it, and I can't say enough. And finally, we are at the Tom Holland Spidey. And I do like this suit. I do love the colors on it, like the dark navy blues, the red, the gold even works for me. I do like how they painted in the web lines, as I kind of agree with some people that that's what they should have been doing, but I understand why just imprinting the web design, make it subtle. Just sometimes you can't beat a good old-fashioned paint job in the webs. Now, I know that his gauntlets on his wrist are not accurate to the final battle, and you can technically remove them. You just unplug the hand, remove it, and then plug the hand back in, but it's molded to where you have to have it in. So without it, it just looks really, really awkward. So as much as I would love to have him not having those gauntlets on, I'm gonna have to leave him in. I do wish they gave him a new forearm piece so that way he didn't have to have that gauntlet piece. But oh well, if reusing his sculpt was the trade-off to get two brand new sculpts, fine, I will accept that. But it's still well done and is on par with the other two. For comparison, here they are with the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man and the comic book Iron Spider. And yeah, they're kind of short compared to the comic ones, but they're more going for movie scale instead of comic scale, so that height difference is pretty acceptable. Here they are with Mary Jane and her alter ego Spinneret, and I think they look good with them. And then finally, for the villains, you have Vulture and Venom. And yeah, those really, like, the villains go with these figures. Like, you can pick and mix and match which villain you want to go with them, but it still works. Overall, this is a really well done set. I am just really happy to have these guys finally in figure form after almost a year of waiting. And for me, they did not disappoint overall. The articulation is great, the detail and painting is amazing, and the overall product is spectacular. I get this might not be everyone's cup of tea, and some people will go for the import ones, but for me, for my money's worth, I'm happy I got this set. And that's my review on the No Way Home Spider-Man 3-pack. What did you guys think? Did you guys pick up this set, or did you get the import ones? Or are you just that crazy that you got both? Well, let me know down in the comments below, and while you're there, hit that like button. You want to see more content from me? Then hit that subscribe button to be notified for future updates. And if you actually want to get notified, then thwip at that bell icon. You want to see even more from me? Follow me on Instagram for my photography, and follow me on Twitter for updates. Links to both in the descriptions below. And I now have a Patreon, so if you want to support the channel there, link in the description below. And that's it. This is Woody, signing off.